Josh's frogs. Since no one's watching, I can start that over again, right?
Yeah.
Hi friends, welcome back to Botanical Woman. I just got my first order from Steve's Leaves, and I'm excited to open it up with you guys. So let's see what's inside. Doo-doo-doo. There's only 2 plants. I really tried not to go crazy, as I already have way too many plants, and I'm still in the process of repotting a lot of them for the spring and treating them for pests and getting them ready for a good growing season. But I couldn't help myself. It's been really hard trying to, I guess, not buy anything. I've been like deprived of being able to go to nurseries and just walk around garden centers and nurseries. Like, I just miss that so much. So I just like, I have to buy this. You know, probably not the best idea. But I watched Summer Rain Oaks unboxing from Steve's Leaves, and they sent her a care package. But basically there is, hi, the world is black. Hello. Yeah, so just watching her unbox her care box from Steve's Leaves made me really want my own. So here it is. So like I said earlier, there is only 2 plants in here. So let's see. Just take them out. I really had to control myself. But honestly, the reason why this is the first time I have, this is my first order from Steve's Leaves, is because they're constantly sold out of stuff. And I'm never able to get what I actually want from there. So let's look at this first baby. There's dirt everywhere. Ooh. Okay. I really don't love it when dirt goes everywhere, but I don't really know like how not to. So this is the Ficus triangularis variegata. It's super cute. Can you guys see? I hope so. The leaves are a little bit limp, so they probably need to just be rehydrated. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. You know what? I tried to research this to see whether or not it was actually just a variegated how do I say that? Deltoidy. But I couldn't find it. So this is what is sold as in the US. It's called the triangularis. But I'm pretty sure it's just a variegated version. So, that's one. It's the right size. It said it was going to come in a 3-inch, and it is indeed. I was actually looking up some care tips before or earlier to see how to take care of these guys. And Ficus actually can take some direct sun. So this is the real reason why I placed the order. This is actually the Ficus deltoidy, or deltoidy, yeah. I really, really love the shape of the leaf. I just find it super cute. It's like so round, and it has like these little dots, or they call them oil glands in the back. I don't know. And it has these little berries. I don't know. I was really drawn to it when I saw it at the conservatory. But I've seen it multiple times, and I can't get it anywhere, either of these, really. So, hi, boys with plants. Thank you for joining us. Oh, you got a Milano. I'm actually going to do a alocasia care video soon, so stay tuned for that. I'll answer those questions there. It is an alocasia, right? Boys with plants. I might be losing it. Anyway, so these are the 2 babies I got. How are you guys doing? Yeah, both of them need to be a little bit watered. They're a little bit limp, but they look good. So yeah, I was talking about the care tips. They, yeah, I was actually really surprised to get this one because I really went onto the website for this and I was just like, I need to get it. I've been wanting it for some time now. And this one, it was just so happened it was actually in stock, so I was just like, I might as well get it. So as tropical plants, these guys actually can be, they can live in the ground, but they are also epiphytes, which means that they can dry out a little bit. So that's why when you read a lot of the care instructions, they tell you that you can kind of let it dry out a little bit before you water it. And as far as light, that was my main concern, to see like how much light it needed. And they can actually take up to like 2 to 4 hours of direct sunlight. So I think I will want to do that. Hi! Hey Steve, how are you? Alocasia. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do a video on that soon because I just figured out, I think I cracked the code for the alocasias. So we shall see. Does anybody have this plant or these plants? I'd love some care tips from you guys. But it seems like I'm going to give them a few hours of sun. Seems to be okay. And then just bright indirect light the rest of the day. And then water it when it's slightly dry on top. I'm not going to repot these. I'm going to leave them in here for a little bit and let them adjust. And then I'll maybe I'll transfer them. It depends if I put them outside. If I put them outside, I might have to like plant them into something a little bit bigger so they don't dry out as fast. Your ficus got pests? What kind of pests did I get? Yeah, I was super excited to get these. They are definitely really rare, or just hard to get. On Etsy, I was looking at a plant. It was obviously a little bit bigger than this, but I think they wanted like $60 or $70, which I'm perfectly happy with just getting a small cutting and growing it on my own. Seems to be a favorite at Fairchild. I think I saw it on a trip. Yeah, a lot of people, well, this summer particularly, the variegated version, people really, really were fighting over it. It's still really expensive. I got this for $35 from Steve's Leaves. This one was, what did I say, was it 16? Oh, it's still better than a lot of the, yeah, it doesn't have the price on here. But it's still better than a lot of prices I've seen in other places. Have you guys gotten any other new plants? Oh, you got thrips. Oh, they're the worst. Yeah, I have my Monstera Addisoniana has thrips right now, and I just treated it today. I sprayed it down with some horticultural oil and some Castile soap. I'm hoping it'll do something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repeat the treatment maybe another 3 days, and then wait another 3 days, and just keep monitoring. I just don't have the patience for pests right now. My plants have a lot of trouble with those two. White flies. I've never had white flies, thank God. Yeah, but they are really hard to get rid of, which is why a lot of people will tell you that if your plant has thrips, just throw it away. I have thrown away one plant that had thrips on it, and I thought I got rid of the thrips, but obviously I jumped onto the Monstera. So I don't know where else it could be living right now. I haven't seen any yet. I've just noticed it on the Addisonii. So I'm hoping that it's only on there. I don't know. Yeah, I read the same thing, that the leaves can change in shape. I think, I don't know if it's true, but I read earlier that the female leaves are quite rounder and the male leaves are more elongated. I'm not sure if that's true, but that is what I read. I wonder what is causing them to go through an evolutionary change. Is it just like the, climate change? Yes, I do know that Steve's leaves have changed recently to ghost release. So they used to release every Fridays, but now they're just kind of randomly do it because it just gets sold out so fast. I remember just, you get to obviously go onto the website and just sign up whenever they restock, and it goes in like seconds. Like, I can never get anything from there. You ordered 6 plants? Which 6 plants did you get? I have not used the tomato and vegetable insecticide. I've used the systemic. Let me show it to you. To be honest with you, I don't know if any of these, are effective because I still have pest problems myself. But to be honest, I haven't been like super diligent about it, and that is one of the biggest things is like if you want to like truly get rid of it, the pests, you have to like stay on top of it and like have a place for it to quarantine so that the bugs aren't able to get onto other plants. So it is just really hard. Like, I think once you get the pests into your house, it's really hard to get them to leave. It's like, an uninvited guest. So this is the systemic granulate that I got, and I initially didn't like add it to all my plants, but now that it's spring and I'm repotting, I've been doing it to all the plants that I've repotted. So I still have to go around and add more to the other existing plants. But I did apply it to the Monstera deliciosa, which had some spider mites and thrips on it, and it seemed to have gotten rid of it. But, I feel like it's just so hard to tell. They can always just come back. Wow, we're loving talking about pest control. Mosquito bits. Yeah, I have used that, but the mosquito bits or mosquito dunks, they're actually more for fungus gnats. And I don't know, I feel like the way they work, and I don't have like a perfect understanding, but the kind of the BT that's inside, they kind of float on top of the water. So depending on how you use it, like I had a dunk inside my watering can, so obviously all the BT was floating on top in a 2-gallon tank. So when I'm like pouring it out, I'm not necessarily sure that the BT is getting onto every plant, even though it's supposed to. I guess it'll help if you stir it a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, fungus gnats are a problem. I have them. I feel like my next step, if all this fails, I'm gonna go and buy beneficiary insects and try that out. Yeah, you're gonna try lacewings. I've definitely considered it. I was a little bit worried about how big they are. I don't I don't really want like, inch-size bugs like flying around the apartment. And the other thing is the adults, only the larvae will feed on, things like fungus gnats. Do they live on I think the larvae eat spider mites. I'm not sure if they eat the larva from fungus gnats, because the fungus gnat larva lives in the soil. But I do know that they deal with ladybugs, not ladybugs, mealybugs, and spider mites, I believe. But yeah, give it a try. I would love to hear how it goes. Any plants right now will go so fast these days. People have nothing to do at home. I know. People are buying so many plants, and I mean, I think it's a good thing. I just like it's been hard for me because I've been waiting all winter to be like, okay, I'm gonna save up, and then I'm gonna like wait until the spring, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like buy these plants that I want for this year, but now I can't because the prices are just so high. Um, Begonia. Have you had begonias before? Hi, Lisa. These are the two planties I got, Lisa, in case you missed it. Two ficus. One of this is the triangularis variegata, and this is the deltoides. This was actually my dream plant, and then this was available at Steve's Leave, so I was just like, why not? Treat yourself. In Canada, it's hard to get plants when restock happens. Everywhere, we're starved. Oh, anywhere. Yeah, I feel like the plant market as big in Canada. I mean, I know there's a lot of obviously plant lovers in Canada, like Houseplant Journals and Crazy Plant Guy and Home by Faith. You know, they all are very famous plant lovers. If you guys don't know them, I want to show you the book that I got recently. I got this in the mail the other day because I really wanted to read it, and I'm actually quite liking it. And I was actually thinking if anybody was interested, and I haven't posted to ask. I've never ran my own book club before, but if anybody's interested in reading this book together, and then we can, you know, have like sort of a book club kind of thing where we kind of discuss what we read every, I don't know, 2 weeks, every month, however often people want to get together. Anyway, let me know if you're interested. I would love to be able to talk to you guys, or talk to somebody about this stuff other than my partner. What other plants are on my wish list? Hi, Rach. Hi, Rachel. How are you? I really want the philodendron soyardi, but I haven't been able to find a plant that's affordable. So that is one of the heart-shaped kind of large leaf philodendrons that I want. And obviously, I still don't have the Monstera albo, which has been on my wish list for a long time, but I'm just not willing to pay the hefty price tag. So I'm just waiting. And in some ways, like, the wait has, like, I don't know, tired me out. So I'm like, you know. Oh, I saw Lisa. You guys should check out Lisa's Instagram. It's literally what her username is, itty bitty ladybug. She posted the photos of the plants she got today. The leaves are pretty cool. Keen ordered lacewing lavras last time. Okay. And he has about 400 plants, 300 to 400. Really expensive. Yeah, you need to overnight them. Oh, they're really small? Okay, that's good news. The other thing I read about the green lacewings, though, is that they need to eat, they feed on pollen. And I don't have that many flowering plants. So that's what I'm thinking, like, I don't want them to die. So I was thinking doing it in the spring. But now I'm scared. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do it! What's the difference? Oh, from that company, The World is Black. I haven't ordered from them. Begonia questions. I am not a begonia expert. You should see my begonias. Some of them look really sad. It's only now I figured out how to use self-watering pots to keep them happy. But before that, they were just so unhappy with me. And some of my begonias died because they got fungus. They got this, what's it called, white powdery mildew, and I just didn't bother to treat it. Betsy Begonia actually did a pretty good video on how to treat fungus on your begonias. So if you ever get that, and they apparently are very prone to it, especially if you don't have good airflow, you should check out her video. I wish I could buy plants from Ecuador, but with all the virus stuff going on, yeah, I don't think importing plants is wise right now. Although someone posted last week that they were able to get plants from Indonesia, and they received it within 4 days. So that's really good. Yeah, that's pretty on par to when I got my plants from Thailand. No, was it Thailand? No, Korea. And they also arrived within 4 days. Like went in and out of custom super fast. I've been looking to buy plants from Green Space. If you guys were with me last time, I still haven't pulled the trigger yet. We ran in and out of Lowe's and got tomatoes. Ladybugs. Oh, you found a Chrysis discolor? That's awesome. At Lowe's? That's a really good find. I didn't realize at Lowe's they sell ladybugs. They sell live insects at Lowe's. I really had no idea. What are you gonna do, Steve? You're gonna import plants? No new Hoyas, Steve. Hoya prices, as you just mentioned earlier, is through the roof right now, and I refuse. Like, I don't even have the money. It's not even that I refuse, but it's just like, no. Oh, hi, Anna. These are the two babies I got. This is the, I keep forgetting the names of these. The Ficus triangularis variegata. This is the Ficus deltoides. I really love the little leaves. Hi! They're super cute. It's like, it turns into like a little tree, shrub kind of thing. Okay. Tissue culture, Tetrasperma. Yeah, a lot of places are growing that. I guess it just seems, well, first of all, Tetraspermas grow really fast. And I guess if once they get some kind of culture, whether it's, from nature or from tissue culture, they're going to start pumping it out. Praying mantis. They look so cool. I'm a little bit afraid of bugs. Not horrified, but a little bit. But they do look really cute. How long do praying mantis live for? Steve, did you get any new Hoyas? I did order some. I did get 3 Hoyas from Bob. I think I showed you guys last time. Not very exciting. They're kind of like, super baby right now. Oh, I didn't tell you, but my Hoya Crinkle 8 was about to flower, and then I was watching it, like, watching the peduncle form, watching the little buds form, and then 2 days later, I think, mealybugs ate all the buds, completely destroyed it. I was so pissed. Ugh. Of course, I have to treat it. They always look like they want to fight. Yeah, praying mantis. But they're super cute. Their little eyes. Oh, I didn't realize, Anna, that you are local. Yeah, the Linwood Lowe's is pretty solid, isn't it? I always see people posting on the local plant group about how they found all these awesome plants at the Linwood Lowe's. A lot of Hoyas there too. Oh, where did you hear that from? Boys with Plants is saying that Philodendron gloriosum is being processed to turn into a tissue culture. I wonder what that's going to look like. Yeah, 6. Steve's got 6 new Hoyas. You gonna share them with me? I want to see what they look like. Yeah, mealybugs suck. It's so hard to get rid of them. A fertilizer for my plants. I use a lot of different things because my philosophy is that, just like humans, we want to have a diversified food group, which is, I know it's not true, But I have a slow release. I use a slow release fertilizer, which is these little balls. The links to actually my fertilizers that I use are usually in the descriptions of my videos, so you can check it out there. I also use fish oil, not fish oil, fish fertilizer. It smells really bad. So if you're sensitive to bad smells, don't use it. But it's supposed to be really good for your plants. I'm also using liquid dirt right now, which I just started. I quite like it only because it doesn't have any odor, but it's super, like, it's black. So if you get it on anything, you have to like try to wipe it off, otherwise it's gonna stain. And you use very little of it, which I kind of like. And yeah, it has no smell, so that's pretty awesome. And I think most of it is organic. I want to say yes, because actually they made it for outdoor gardening. And liquid dirt is actually the same product as Newt, which is really popular on Instagram right now because they use a social media promotion strategy. Yen, you got 7 new Hoyas. Oh man. How many Hoyas do people have? My count went down a little bit. I killed a couple because of the mealy bugs. I heard it on Facebook in a plant group. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice. Well, actually, I think Costa Farm is coming out with this guy soon. Because if you go onto their website, they talk about it under their tropical houseplant collection. And they just posted it the other day. Yeah, about this plant. So if you're looking for one of these, maybe Costa Farm is going to put it out. Steve hasn't been eating to save money for shipment. You know, actually, Green Space, their international shipment, I was surprised how inexpensive it was. It was only like $50, which is, I think, pretty good for international shipping. And it'll get here in 4 or 5 days. That's good, Lisa. I used to think like all my fans are Hoya heads. It's a good thing that you only have 5. When I get plants in the mail, how do I help them acclimate? Okay, so for these guys right now, they're kind of, like I was saying earlier, they're kind of flimsy, the leaves, and usually they're a little bit more stiff. So that means I know that they are a bit dehydrated. So the first thing I will do is give them a good watering, and then I'm gonna put them into my propagation box because they have been kind of, living in a box, so they're stressed out. I don't use, was it Super Thrive or anything like that. I just put them in the box, and I really feel like the high humidity really does help them come back. And depending on whether or not like they're doing better or worse, then I will slowly open the box and allow more fresh air in, and eventually take them out of the box. So that process can be anywhere between a month. Some people do it faster. I don't know. It's really just your personal preference. You can actually order plants directly from Costa Farm. They actually have their own account on Amazon. Obviously, the price is a little bit more, but even when they were selling the ZZ Raven, I noticed that it was $35, but it includes shipping already. So I think that's actually pretty good, especially if it's like a super rare plant, or you don't have a Lowe's or something in your area. The rotunda flora is super cute. I'm actually propagating that right now. I don't hate you guys for having less Hoyas. Oh, they all died. What happened to them? $70 Hoyas. I'm right behind you, Steve. I wanted to get more, so I usually get really pretty affordable cuttings from Ted Green. He lives out in Hawaii, but he is currently under quarantine, just like the rest of us, so he's not doing any plant selling right now. So I'm gonna have to wait. I have no idea. I gave them everything they wanted. But I guess Hoyas are just not for me. I think one of the things with Hoyas is they can be easily overwatered, but they can handle underwatering pretty well. So I think the medium that you put them in is really important. Just think about them as epiphytes, and sometimes some people even just treat them like succulents, and they seem to do really well that way. I want to know how everybody found me, because that's always something that we wonder about. Do a video caring for uncommon philodendrons. I actually don't have that many. I need to buy them. That's a good excuse, right? I need to do a video on uncommon philodendrons. Let me go get some. Um, yeah, I think a lot of, I mean, my friends have them, and I feel like they're not that fussy. So that's why I'm like kind of interested in getting one myself and seeing how it goes. Yes, I actually bought a moisture meter when I was shopping on Wish for the very first time. I was like, ooh, I wonder what I can get on Wish. And moisture meter was definitely one of the things I bought. And I've been using it lately. I usually don't because I'm just too lazy. I just rather just, it's faster for me to just poke my finger in. But for my outdoor plants, it's kind of hard to tell because sometimes, especially when the plants are outdoor, they dry really quickly. But sometimes, like inside the pot, like the middle of the pot, is still moist, so maybe I can hold off on watering. So that's come in handy because of it. What else are people saying? Let me see. You were searching for Hoyas, that's how you found me? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who follow me are Hoya heads. Use ponds. Yes, I do like ponds. Ponds is really great. Really great for epiphytes. I've killed, definitely. You killed a full pot of Polyneura. Oh no! What happened? But you only have, Anna, you only have 5 Hoyas. That's cool. Ah. Well, maybe you should, Rachel, maybe you should make a video on how to care for rare philodendrons, and I'll watch it, or we'll watch it. Yeah, having a good aeroid mix is great. Just light and airy. I was watching, forget the YouTuber's name now. Oh, Legend of Monstera. He interviewed a woman who has like all these aeroids in her house, but she says that she only waters her plants like once a month. I was really surprised. And she also uses like more than 50% of perlite, which means the plants are kept really dry. I was a little bit surprised to hear that. Lisa, you found me because of mealybugs. Mealybugs brought us together. I have not made a video on mounting my Hoya. I usually like to experiment with it first, and right now, based on what I've done so far, I would say that I didn't put enough moss. So if I were to make a video, I would definitely recommend putting more moss. But if there's enough interest, I could probably make another one. It's just right now I'm trying to like repot everything, and then it's been taking several weeks. So maybe after that I can maybe mount another Hoya. Instagram, yeah, I'm happy that you found me through Instagram. I've been trying to build my Instagram account, and it's been so much work. I haven't kept up with it, if you've noticed lately. Oh, hi, Maria. That's so funny. It's really hard for me to connect people like on Facebook versus, Instagram versus YouTube. But it's a good thing you're making, I guess, letting me know. So now I'm like, oh, hi. Aeroids? Did I get any new? I have not bought any new plants lately. I've literally been waiting for the spring to come to buy new plants, and that's just not happening. The whole plan was I was going to purge a bunch of my plants and then buy new plants. But because of the pandemic, I just have not done any of that. I feel bad, like, selling plants online or like even going to the post office. So I'm really like trying to be a good citizen and just stay inside as much as possible. Ah, the Calathea White Fusion. That was, yeah, that is quite a plant. I actually I chopped off all its leaves today. I beheaded the whole thing. It got infested with spider mites, and I knew this. Like, I knew it got spider mites a couple of weeks ago, and I just have not wanted to deal with it. So today I finally just chopped it all off. This is what's left of it. This is my white fusion. It would be helpful to know how you use the meter. Like, what numbers are you considering to ready to water? Well, I want to say the meter is not the. Okay, let me go get it. Can I get some water? Sure. Thanks. So this is the water meter that I got from Wish, and it has three settings on it, I should say: moisture, light, and HP. I would say with certain types of potting mix, this thing is not accurate at all, and I don't get it. I stick it in, and it's telling me like it's dry, bone dry, but I know for the fact it's not bone dry. So it's not 100% reliable. And also, I guess it depends on the plant to answer your question about like when I think you should water it. I think for a lot of your tropical plants, I would not it's fine, I think, if it hits 3, and then you water. But I definitely wouldn't water at 7. So maybe 5, depending on, if it's a Calathea or a Hoya. Obviously with the Hoya, you can wait until it's completely dry before you actually water it. I ended up doing that, but not on purpose, just because I'm lazy. But the Hoyas, yeah, a lot of times I let them dry out completely. Yeah, okay, that's good news, Lisa. At least it wasn't mealybugs that brought us together. I hate it. It hates me when I switch from leca to ponds. Too much water. Yeah, I mean, every single time you transfer a plant from one medium to another, it's always going to take some time to adjust. So sometimes, like, I try to tell myself, like, don't panic that you, like, just put this in this medium, like, give it a little time. And, you know, a lot of you will see some of the leaves being unhappy. I don't know, you gotta make a call for it. My alocasias have been a little bit like that with the self-watering pots. SoulCal Tropics is Yen's Instagram handle. She also knits. Well, I shouldn't say she knits. She makes. She has. Don't you have another Instagram that where you do a lot of textile stuff? I just remember her knitting like this cutest little bunny doll. I love it. Okay, where are we? I'm still in the learning phase. I wouldn't be able to give enough advice. I feel the same way, Rachel. I think we're all just, you know, learning and sharing what we're doing, and sometimes what we're doing doesn't work out, and we share that too. Because I still don't know how to get rid of mealybugs. They just live here. Lucia, what tips did you want me to give? I just got a couple of rare types. We were talking about philodendrons. I feel like a lot of tropical plants, you can kind of treat them the same, especially like philodendron family as a whole. And monsteras, I would say, are very similar to philodendrons. You know, and you want an airy mix, you want a mix that, you know, the water just drains out pretty quickly, which means that you can basically, if you were to water it all the time, let's just say 2-3 times a week, it wouldn't be a problem because it's just really draining. But if you only water once a week, and it also depends on the size of your pot. So there's so many things that I think goes into what your medium should be based on your habits and your environment. So it's kind of like hard to give a one size fits all answer. But overall, I don't really feel like large philodendrons need a lot of humidity. I'm not sure about their fertilizing needs because I know for a fact, like my philodendron micans, I've noticed likes more fertilizing than compared to some of my other ones. Like my lemon lime philodendron, I have not had to fertilize it that much, or it hasn't complained not being fertilized. You'll help me with purchasing my purges. I usually like to actually sell my plants locally, mainly because I don't want to deal with shipping plants. I don't really like the idea of shipping plants just because, you know, it stresses them out. So if I can, I usually will just sell it on the Facebook marketplace. Your white fusion lasted longer than mine. It'll come back though. Did you behead yours? That's why mine's living in a plastic bag, because it'll come back. Like, you know, I'll show you in like a month. It'll be, you know, full with all these leaves again, and then the spider mites will attack it and they'll cut it back again. Does it? It's not you? I think I clicked on it. Okay, I'm sorry again if I'm confusing you with someone else. Yeah, the water meter, I think, I think if the medium is really dense or, kind of small, then the metal tips at the end can, get a good sensor for it. Otherwise, I don't think you can rely on it that much. Yeah, SoCal Tapex is the woman that waters her plants once a month. Yeah, I don't know, but all her plants look super happy, and I wonder like where she lives. Like if she lives in Florida, then that means like there's a lot of humidity in the air, so probably that helps. But I don't know. I make a happy home for mealybugs. Yes, it's very inviting here. I only like flush them down the the sink every once in a while. Aw, I hate it when you can't save them. It's okay. It's probably good riddance. The white fusion is just such a diva. I like there are like I know I shouldn't buy another calathea because they're obviously they cannot be happy in my house, but sometimes I do get tempted. Did you guys know that yeah, well, succulents was my first love, but calatheas was my second. I still have many calatheas. They hate me. So now I'm a Hoya head, or more so, or trying to become more of a Hoya head. Okay, well, looks like we don't have any more questions. Well, it was really fun chatting with all of you, and thank you for joining me in my unboxing. They unfortunately are sold out of these. I hope they'll have more soon, so if it's on your wish list, I hope you get it. Um, and I will, if you have any questions about these plants or how to care for them, yeah, feel free to reach out and we can share ideas. And thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have fun, and I will see you guys actually tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, I'll see you Saturday. Yeah, so I will be going, well, I won't be going live on Saturday, but I'm doing a premiere of my balcony tour. So if you guys want to watch it live with me and then we can have a little side chat, feel free to join. I think I'm going to set the time at 11 my time in the morning. So if you're free, come check out the balcony tour. Okay, friends. See you later. Bye. Take care.